Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Aishah binti Abdul Rahim. My matter number is 4223003241. I want to explain about the summary of the case between Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli and IUI City Mall Sendirian Berhad. Based on revolve around the claimant dismissal for engaging in physical altercations within workplace premise that despite initially attempting to address a compliance issue related to mask wearing, the company responses including suspicion, investigations and ultimately dismissal reflects its commitment to maintaining a safe and professional work environment and upholding disciplinary standard. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Sarah Shazana and I'm going to talk about facts or case of the facts or issues of the case. The first one is misconduct allegations. Misconduct allegations refers to accusations or claims that someone has engaged in improper or inappropriate behavior, often in a professional or organizational context. These allegations can cover a range of actions such as harassment, fraud, discrimination, or unethical conduct. Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli is accused of engaging in a fight at the workplace with an employee of Johnson Fitness. The specific details and circumstances surrounding the altercation will be critical in determining the validity of the misconduct allegation. Number 2 is dismissal despite a lack of proof. Dismissal despite a lack of proof typically refers to a situation where someone is let go or terminated from a job or a position without sufficient evidence to support their decision. It can be controversial and may raise questions about fairness and due process. Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli was found guilty of fighting and subsequently dismissed from employment. The grounds for the dismissal and the company's failure to prove the misconduct raise question about the fairness and validity of the termination. Next is claimant's position. Claimant's position is the arguments, claims, or positions made by someone putting up a claim are referred to as a claimant's position, usually in a legal or dispute setting. In a variety of contexts, including court case, negotiations, and insurance claims, the claimant makes arguments in favor of the request or case. Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli contests the severity of the punishment, asserting that even if he were guilty of fighting, the dismissal was excessively harsh and disproportionate to the alleged misconduct. His claim seeks not only an acknowledgement of the lack of justification for dismissal, but also reinstatement without loss of wages and benefits. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Nur Atika binti Razali and my matric number is 422-300441 and today I'll be discussing an employment dispute between Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli and IUI Mall Sendirian Berhad. Focusing on Malaysian employment law, this case revolved around Putra Amirul Afiq dismissal from his job with him claiming it was unjustified, while the company argues it was due to alleged misconduct. In Malaysia, when disputes arise between employers and employees, especially regarding dismissals, the Employment Act 1955 and the Industrial Relations Act 1967 come into play. So let's break it down. Under Employment Act 1955, this Act covers various aspects of employment relationship, including termination. Section 12 outlines the procedures for termination by employers requiring proper notice or wages in lieu of notice based on employee's length of service. For instance, if an employee like Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli believes his dismissal was unjustified, he may argue that he didn't receive proper notice or wages. or that the reason for dismissal weren't valid as per Act. Under Industrial Relations Act 1967, this Act governs dispute resolution in industrial matters, including unfair dismissals. Section 20 outlines the process for referring dispute to the Director General of Industrial Relations for conciliation, and if needed, the Industrial Court for arbitration. So, Putra Amirul Afiq bin Zulkifli can use this act to challenge the fairness of his dismissal, seeking the resolution through conciliation and potentially arbitration if needed. Understanding this act is crucial for both employers and employees in navigating disputes. It ensures fair treatment and adherence to legal procedures. By upholding these standards, both parties can work towards resolving conflict effectively while protecting their rights and interests. Next, I'll be talking about pros comment. The first one, we got companies respond to misconduct. The company took wrong action by suspending the claimant and initiating a domestic inquiry to investigate the incident. This demonstrates the company's commitment to addressing workplace misconduct and maintaining discipline. The second one, we got evidence presented. So both parties provided witnesses and evidence to support their respective position. This allows the court to make a well-informed decision based on the fact presented during the trial. And the last one, we got clear policy on misconduct. The company likely has clear policies and the procedures in place regarding the workplace conduct and disciplinary action. Enforcing these policies help maintain a safe and respectful work environment for all the employees.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Farahana Alia. My metric number is 422-300-6692. So there are 3 comments for these issues. First, dismissal decision. By dismissing the claimant without considering potential mitigating factors or offering alternative disciplinary measure may be seen as disproportionate, especially if the fight was an isolated incident and the claimant had a previously unblemished record. Second, fairness of DI process. The fairness of DI process may be called into question if the claimant was not given a fair opportunity to present his side of the story, or if there were bias or conflicts of interest among the panel members. Lastly, legal obligation. The company has a legal obligation to ensure that disciplinary action, including dismissal, are justified and comply with relevant labor laws and regulations. Failing to meet this obligation could result in legal liabilities for the company. This is the solution for this case to make sure this case will not repeat in the future. First, mediation or conciliation encourage both parties to engage in mediation or conciliation session facilitated by a neutral third party, such as the Department of Industrial Relations or a professional mediator. This session aim to help the parties reach a mutually acceptable resolution without resorting to litigation. Second is arbitration. If mediation or conciliation fail, arbitration can be pursued. Arbitration involves referring the dispute to an independent arbitration or panel, whose decision is legally binding on both parties. This can provide a faster and less formal resolution compared to court proceedings. Thank you.